Welcome back to AI Brief, everyone. I'm Amin, and with me again is Leah for episode 72.
Hi, everyone.
This week, we are looking at some pretty big AI news.
Sounds exciting.
Yeah, we've got OpenAI. They're launching these super pricey AI agents.
Oh, wow.
And Google's going all in on AI-powered search. We've also got a student who's been using AI to snag some big tech internships.
Interesting.
Lots to talk about, so let's jump right in. OpenAI is launching these special AI agents, but they're not like your typical chatbot. These subscriptions cost between $2,000 to $20,000 a month.
That's a big investment. It really shows how confident OpenAI is in what these agents can do. It seems like they're aiming these at professionals, like at businesses, software developers, and even researchers.
Yeah, it's a bold move for sure, and it looks like they've got some pretty big names backing them. SoftBank is putting in $3 billion into these agents just for 2025.
Wow. That suggests that OpenAI isn't just betting on the AI itself, but that AI agents are going to become a regular part of work. We might start seeing companies paying top dollar for AI that can tackle big jobs and improve their profits.
Like, imagine if you could just get advice from, like, a PhD researcher or a senior software developer whenever you wanted. What could you do?
Right.
It's kind of crazy to think how much more productive and innovative everyone could be.
Yeah, it definitely makes you think, will these AI agents really be that good? Will they become essential for some jobs? Guess we'll have to see, but something to keep an eye on.
For sure. Now, OpenAI is doing the high-end AI, but Google's trying to make AI more accessible through search. They just announced AI mode search, powered by their new Gemini 2.0 model.
This is a big step up from the AI stuff they already have. Instead of just giving you a list of links, AI mode makes search more interactive. You'll get detailed answers, curated sources, and you can even ask follow-up questions right there in the search.
That's like having a research assistant inside your search engine. Google's definitely responding to how popular those AI-powered search tools are getting, like Perplexity and ChatGPT. Looks like the whole search world is changing, getting more conversational and intelligent.
Yeah, and they're not stopping there. Google's making their AI overviews features smarter and more widely available, too. They're even letting teenagers use it now, and you don't even have to sign in. Sounds like they're trying to get younger people used to using AI.
That's a smart move. The more comfortable people are with AI, the quicker it becomes part of our lives.
Absolutely. And it's not just Google focusing on accessibility. Alibaba made a really efficient AI model called QWQ32B.
This model is getting a lot of attention. It's 20 times smaller than a comparable model called DeepSeek R1. But it does just as well or even better on those complicated tasks like math, coding, and reasoning. And get this, it costs 90% less to use.
The smaller part is interesting. We're not just talking about size, but also how much computing power it needs to run. That efficiency changes everything. It means more people can use powerful AI, even if they don't have the best computers or a lot of money.
It's like getting the same power from a smaller engine that uses less fuel.
Yeah.
This kind of efficiency could be huge for making AI available to everyone, like startups, researchers, anyone who couldn't afford to work with these fancy models before.
Yeah, it's a trend we're seeing in AI development. People are focusing on making models that aren't just powerful, but also smaller and use less energy. This could really change how we use AI in the future, letting us put AI in way more devices and situations.
And speaking of pushing the limits, there's that story about the Columbia University student who used AI to pass coding interviews at big tech companies.
Right. That's been all over the news. The student made an AI program called Interview Coder that could answer coding questions and solve the kinds of problems you usually see in those interviews. And it worked. He got internship offers from Amazon, Meta, even TikTok.
He says he wasn't trying to cheat, though.
Oh.
He says he wanted to show how those technical interviews are more about memorization and recognizing patterns instead of actually being good at problem solving.
It's an interesting point. It makes you wonder if these old school interviews really test if someone can do the job in real life, especially with AI getting so good at coding now.
Especially now, yeah. If AI can pass these interviews, what happens to software engineering jobs? What skills will people need as AI becomes a bigger part of coding?
Yeah, it's complicated and there aren't any easy answers. But it definitely shows that companies and schools need to change how they test and teach people the skills they'll need to succeed as technology keeps changing so fast.
It's a really interesting story that brings up a lot of important questions.
Definitely.
Speaking of interesting things, let's move on to Quick Hits, where we'll go over some more AI news from this past week.
Sounds good. Let's hear it. So first, we have news that Digg's making a comeback, and AI is a big part of it.
Digg.
Yeah, remember that news aggregator from back in the day?
Mm.
They're relaunching, and this time they're focusing on giving people personalized news recommendations, all powered by AI algorithms.
That's interesting, using AI to bring back these old platforms.
Yeah.
Digg was all about its community, so I wonder how they'll balance that with all these new AI features.
And speaking of comebacks, OpenAI is giving more people access to GPT-4, their newest model. More developers and researchers will be able to use it.
That's good to hear. More people using those advanced models could lead to a bunch of new AI apps and innovations.
Definitely. Now, on the legal side of things, Elon Musk is still fighting OpenAI in court, the company he helped start.
Oh, right.
He's saying they've moved away from their original goal of making AI safe and beneficial. It's a complicated case that shows how worried people are about what could happen if AI development isn't controlled.
It's a debate that's going to keep going as AI gets more powerful and involved in our lives. Finding that balance between making progress and staying safe is going to be so important.
And some good news, the Turing Award, which is like the Nobel Prize for computing, was given to the people who created reinforcement learning.
What's reinforcement learning again?
It's this area of AI that's all about training machines through trial and error. Like they learn by interacting with their environment.
Oh, yeah. So like those game-playing AIs like AlphaGo
Yeah.
and those robots that are learning to do those really complicated tasks.
Exactly. It's great to see these researchers getting recognized for their work.
It is.
And on top of all that, there have been so many new AI tools and funding announcements with applications in everything from healthcare to finance to even the fast food industry.
It seems like AI is popping up everywhere.
It really is.
Okay, so we've talked about a lot, from those expensive AI agents to AI search to that student who used AI to get through job interviews. But what does this all mean for the future?
That's the big question, right?
Yeah.
AI is going to keep getting better. That much is clear. But the hard part is figuring out how we're going to adapt to these changes and use AI to make things better for everyone.
Right. So as we're wrapping up, we want to leave you with something to think about. Imagine a world where AI is a normal part of everything we do. How will we work? How will we learn? How will we be creative? And what part will we play in making this future happen?
It's a future that could be amazing and difficult all at the same time, and it's a future we're all creating together.
If you've enjoyed this deep dive into AI, be sure to subscribe to AI Brief and tell your friends about it. And as always, we'd love to know what you think. Leave a comment or connect with us on social media and let us know your thoughts about all this AI stuff. Stay curious, stay informed, and stay ahead of the curve.